texted you more often, if I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy, trying to pretend that I don't care?
Look, I do care, but I don't care. My phone is always on me, but I'm not there. Notified, but it always coincides with something that overrides. On the grind over time, nobody gets no reply. That's bona fide, no disrespect. Screen's always lighting up like a cigarette. I save my writing for the symphonette. Here's the thing.
It wasn't my fault. You're not my problem.
Look,
But you got issues.
hey.
Don't call me.
You said I should have texted you more often, if I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy, trying to pretend that I don't care?
Why do you think this is? What you say doesn't match up with how you're leaving me on red and how you never pick up the number the time the girls on your phone. So you gotta be high Candy Crush score. Boy, you're wasting your time. But let me tell you that it wasn't my fault. You're not my problem. Boy, you got issues. Don't call me.
You said I should have texted you more often, if I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy, trying to pretend that I don't care? And you say I should have texted.
Don't hold out for a text that you'll never get. Are you bitter yet, or is it jealousy? Fundamentally, there's nothing you could thread to top my lethargy. A message in a bottle, in that bottle, in an ocean. In that ocean is no metaphor for my devotion, but I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy.
And you say I should have texted you more often, if I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy, trying to pretend that I don't care?
Phone is always on me.
Hey people, what's up? Welcome. Let me tell people I'm live doing another DLS stream. This one, I'm thinking of what can I use for a very good title. Watch query v equals that. Okay. All right. We're gonna get into this, people. This one was the one where he corrects me about the babysitter. Remember, he had a babysitter that was younger than him. Yeah, he had one because his parents couldn't leave him alone, even though he was a grown-ass man. Well, he's gonna clarify that for me. His latest video, he shows his dicky do that actually looks like a vajayjay. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was making that up. It looks like a woman's 1970s porn bush. Is what his genitals look like. It looks like it's a woman with like a big ass clit. And crazy thing about that is on Rumble, it's the thumbnail to his video. So how long before his Rumble gets removed? I need to start downloading and archiving these videos because his Rumble is definitely gonna be removed at any moment now. I can't believe this man a couple hours showed off his D in full view. Like, you literally look at the latest video from his Rumble and you can see it all. looks like, yeah, it looks like a woman's 70s bush. So if you want to check out his Rumble, here it is. I mean, it's up to you if you want to take a look at that. I'm warning you, but pretty much the thumbnail is him with his what is ex. Okay, I can't even call it a PP. It's nothing near a PP. It isn't. It looks like a clitoris, is what it looks like. So if you want to check that out, that's on you. You better be over 18, okay? Because we ain't playing those games like that over here. Anyways, we're gonna get into this. Let's see what we can find about. He's correcting me on the babysitter. Let me share my screen and let's go. Then after that, he calls me. I guess too long didn't read. He calls me a TARD because somehow I got shit wrong. Sure. Okay, we're gonna take a look at that email after this. Okay, so stay tuned.
Hey kiddies, it's Dragon Lord Frodo.
You better not be flashing in this one.
Oh man. So I have a bit of a update for the kiddies. We can no longer do bike ride videos.
Oh, why is that?
Because the mount that I had that clips onto the handlebars broke on me.
Oh. So then what isn't he buying a new mount? I mean, it's not going to cost him much.
I had the thing and I went to go, adjust it and the thing just snapped on me. So I don't know. I gotta find some time where I can go out and get a new one. But for the time being, I have my little Sony action cam thing. I have that on my tripod that I was using for my webcam.
Holy shit, that action cam is like a great grandpa right now. Remember how we used to have those camcorders where like the Carl Zeiss lenses? And Carl Zeiss had amazing lenses. I think Nokia was having the Carl Zeiss lenses on their phones, which, made a huge difference. So the camcorders were amazing. And then they were shrinking it down to like these like mini HD high definition camcorders. Well, he has one of those. And what was crazy when people used to do those like in the street YouTube stuff, they said that the phones, even up to like 4 or 5, even 3 years ago, weren't really cutting it for that sort of stuff, especially when you had to zoom in really, like maybe do up to like a 20 times zoom. I heard from one person that was doing this street stuff that it was actually best to use a HD camcorder where the zooming in was so incredible that you of course get some pixelation, but not to the level of what a cell phone would do. Things might have changed then. I mean, it was 3 years ago. That's like saying, generations ago. Like phone technology has come really far, right? The makeshift gravity is filthy, as in his makeshift gravity bong. Then again, so is the rest of the apartment. Exactly, Skywalker OG. What can I say? He broke his shit. He'd rather spend, I don't know, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 bucks or more on weed, rocket fuel, rather than actually getting stuff to cam with. But that's just DLF for you.
And so that's what I'm doing for right now. But no more bike videos, no more outside until, I don't know, maybe I'll go someplace and just shoplift one. Did I say that out loud?
Oh my god. That is so not worth it. Can you imagine
Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go to the Target on Niagara Falls Boulevard.
Or get a
And
better
why
phone.
not, right? Because barf don't work there anymore. So that means I'm allowed to go. I could go to the Target in Lockport too.
Sure,
Because
dealer.
the surviving lesbian doesn't even live out in Lockport anymore.
Whatever floats your boat.
Okay, I don't want to shoplift at a store near me. You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine? What's the point if you do it near a store near you? You're gonna go all the way out of your way to get caught, and then when you get caught, now you gotta go to court in that jurisdiction, which means you're gonna have a journey every single time. Yeah, because that makes sense, right? It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. Don't do it.
Maybe yeah, because barf doesn't work at that Target anymore. Now she works at a Quarks bar.
What? Say that again. He can never hold it. Pathetic how
She
he
works
can't hold
at
his juice.
Quarks bar and at Feck Life Industries. Alright. So I have a little update. Oh my god. I just got over like this weird ass 12-hour stomach flu thing. I don't know what the hell it was, but I was throwing up. So this is what happened. On Saturday night, going into Sunday morning, I was sleeping and I got woken up because I had to take a I felt like I really had to take a shit. And I get up and I rush to the fucking bathroom too. And it just all started coming out. It was
Oh my god, that is so nasty.
just all diarrhea.
Ew, that is sick.
All fucking night. And then I started getting nauseous.
Yeah, see, DLF is one of those type of guys why I never got a gas station job. Because, in high school, you get a job maybe part-time or casual. Maybe you work on weekends only, where you work and then, you study or you go with your friends, whatever your priorities are, right? And DLF looks exactly like the type of guy that I would dread would come in and use the washroom at my place, because there would be no way in hell I would let somebody like DLF, much less anybody that looks like DLF, do that to me. Can you imagine the types of shit? In fact, it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? I believe it. Yes, it was yesterday. I had to use the washroom at one of those like trucker like stops, and it is so daunting whenever I go in there, and the types of shit that I see is just like, I don't know, burnt into my eyes. It's so gross. Can you imagine cleaning that type of stuff?
I started throwing up.
I couldn't.
For real, I started throwing up, and it was so bad that I was shitting on the toilet and throwing up at the same time.
Flashman says, remember when DLF smeared his own feces on the bathroom wall of Bella Sicilia Pizza with his bare hand? I do not, but thank you for telling me that, Flashman. Holy shit, which era was this? Was I like not around? Because when I started doing DLF, it's been over 3 years now. It was like January 8th or 9th or something like that. I believe it was January. If not, it was like February that I did my first ever video on DLF. And yeah, 3 years and a couple of weeks. I can't believe it. Maybe that's before my time though.
So I gotta go clean that bathroom sometime today.
Sup, Cypher?
You know, and because it's
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because I would have totally remembered some shit literally like that. That wouldn't escape my memory. What's up, Sup? How you doing? Welcome everybody.
all over the place. Oh shit!
That is nasty,
It's
but
all over the place in there.
I expect it from DLF. So you mean you have your shit on the ground, dude, and you were not cleaning it up? I don't know who's worse, you or SJam, because SJam didn't clean his washroom, that dirty mofo. How can you be getting some kitty cat, some vajayjay, you know, some juice from somebody, and you expose them to your filthy ass, you know, washroom? That's so sick. What the hell is up with these guys on the internet that ain't cleaning their goddamn washroom? That's the least you could do. If you're gonna get some nookie from somebody, at least make the washroom clean, you filthy animals.
I'm like, that's why I got the towel down.
Ew.
Because I
So are you telling me you have the towel down in case your shit drips on the washroom floor? You'd rather not clean the washroom floor, but have shit on your towel and then introduce your shit stained towel into your laundry. Holy shit.
I would stand up and like just the force of me standing up would just I would just shit all over the place.
Oh,
It was coming out like
oh my God.
loud ass farts
Running down his leg.
They were all shit farts.
That's disgusting.
Okay.
That's sick.
And throwing up. Oh my God. Yeah, I was. What I think it was I think it was the sauce I made. Because what I do is I keep when I make sauce on my own, I just throw everything into an instant pot and let it cook, like slow cook for 4 hours. Okay. And then I keep it on the keep warm setting.
Uh-huh.
And you know, like when I go and make spaghetti or something, I'll take some out and put like that. And I don't think you're supposed to have it going like that for 4 or 5 days. Especially when you forget to keep pressing the keep warm button, you know?
So you had shit on the stove for 4 or 5 days and then you question why you got the runs. No, DLF, you're not supposed to keep it like that for 4 or 5 days. Typically, yeah, especially when your food is cooling down. If it was like a constant temperature, a constant warmth, which is beyond the threshold where bacteria or yeast can survive, then I kind of get it. But does he even know the threshold where even, I don't know, like Legionnaires? Does anybody know the threshold for Legionnaires, what temperature Legionnaires likes to stay at? Doesn't it automatically shut off after, like, it does, exactly, because that's a safety. You have to have safety with equipment like that, and it will auto shut off after a while. Like, they have to.
So I think I gave myself some kind of food poisoning with that sauce. Yeah. So
All right. Typically, your water heaters, like your hot water heater at home, will typically operate above 120, but typically you want it to operate between 130, maybe 140. 140 might be too hot for you, but 130 should be where your hot water heater stays, and that's 130 degrees Fahrenheit for all you Americans, because we do Celsius over in Canada, but I'll go with Fahrenheit for you guys. Other than that, if it drops to anything under 120 degrees Fahrenheit, you're gonna start to introduce Legionnaire or comfortable environment where Legionnaires can grow, and that is never a good thing, especially if you're an older individual. So Legionnaires usually goes to 77 to, I believe, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So you really got to be careful. And the same thing goes when you have like stuff on the pot and whatnot, because remember, you're in an environment where you're introducing all types of shit in the air all the time, and it will settle on your stuff. And if you're constantly maybe having it cool down, then heating it back up, cool down, letting it sit for a while, shit will grow. You ever left your coffee out for like 2 days or 3 days? I ain't touching that shit. I don't want to have any infections and whatnot. If that shit is out, which I mean, we all have busy lives, sometimes it happens, you got to throw it out. You can't be dealing with that stuff. You might get sick. And you do not want to
So
get
I
really
was
sick.
this diarrhea and throwing up all fucking night, Saturday night. And then I started getting this my whole body. I started getting this weird itchy feeling all over my body. It was weird.
Probably had
Everything, my
norovirus.
itch, like my hands, about like my head. But like when I was itching my head, it actually kind of felt good. I don't know.
No, clean your filthy washroom. That's what you need to
My
do.
dick, like my whole body just got like itchy.
If your dick's itching you, then maybe you got a venereal, but I'm gonna rule that out because you don't get any kitty cat. You actually gotta get some punani before you can get a. Well, actually, that's technically not true. If you brush against certain things, you can contract it without, getting the nookie. You know what I mean? But
And
we're not
then
working on technicalities here.
that was going on for like a couple hours, and then it stopped. Because what happened was I went back on the couch to sleep. Because it was just easier for me to get on and off the couch than it was on and off my bed. And that just meant that I'm leaving a trail of shit going down the fucking to
Ew.
the fucking bathroom.
So you mean it's all over the floors? That is sick. Like, why wouldn't you clean it up?
Because I'm trying to hold it in, and I just can't. It's like one of those, like, I could not hold this shit in.
Then wear a diaper. Pull an Andrew
I
ditch.
should have just set up a bed in the fucking bathroom and slept in
Get a
there.
commode. Get one of those like
But it was over and done with.
The baby's coming. I'm pregnant with
All
a
right,
new
here we
dark
go.
roast, naughty little bean. You sweet son of a
1775.
gun,
Within like 8 hours. Good, and I haven't eaten anything since, so I don't know. I went to the store and I bought some of those electrolyte drinks because I guess what happens is when you're shitting, like diarrhea and vomiting, every time you vomit, every time you diarrhea, you get dehydrated. So like
Yeah.
what
that's what happens.
I was doing was I had a cup, I had that silver cup, and I was basically I had it right near the bathroom sink, so that even if I was on the toilet, I could reach over, fill up the cup. Every time I puked, drink a glass of water. Every time I took a shit, drink a glass of water.
So in other words, he was drinking a shit flavored shit because you know how they say when you have diarrhea, sometimes you like spray shit particles into the air, and they're heavier than your O2 molecules, so they'll land, but sometimes they'll spread out a bit. But if you're in an enclosed area, they'll land all over the place on the walls and on the ground. You know where else they're gonna land? They're gonna land in your water cup there, DLF. So you were literally drinking your own shit.
so
That's
that
what
I
you were
wouldn't
doing.
get dehydrated. And then I went out. I went out to Rite Aid. I
To
went
get a
out to
commode.
Rite Aid, and
Yeah, and your toothbrush. So you know exactly what I'm talking about, Cypher. There was this whole paper about it where you shouldn't keep your like toothbrush in your washroom because there's shit particles that get on it, or at least cover the toothbrush. Fun fact, I actually do cover my toothbrush. I have a toothbrush protector. I used to have them in like different colors, but the my latest iterations of them are like clear.
I bought the
You should get an apartment with Andy Ditch. They could just lay some straw down on the floor and forget about using the toilet like a hamster. Just put straw down everywhere and then have somebody else clean their shit. Or maybe go to Andrew Ditch. I'm sure he has a few diapers he could spare you.
electrolyte drinks, so I could keep myself from being dehydrated some more. Yeah. And
Okay,
I'm
thank
trying
you,
to smoke
Flashman.
weed because weed it helps with the nausea. Allegedly conspiracy, whatever. You know.
Does
So
he does he even know where that comes from? I think he does. That comes from FFG, the allegedly conspiracy, whatever.
oh, that's what Eugene said when he was doing the chemo. He said, "Yeah, man, the weed helps, with the throwing up with the chemo."
Yo, Instagram, did you catch his flash on the latest video? Why does this man's dick look like a 1970s woman's bush? Like literally, his dick looks like a little stump, like a little clit, like when you pump a clit up, enlarge it. That's what it looks like. It looks like an enlarged clit. Super hairy, 1970s style porno, like bush on a woman. That's what it looks like.
See, I couldn't fucking do that shit. He said, "Well, Mike, you got
It's an
cancer.
innie.
Time to go to chemo." I'm like, "Hell no. I'm just gonna fucking kill myself." Don't you think I have the right to? I don't want to, because it's like, what then? I'm gonna end up like Eugene, and then I'm gonna sit there and for what? Just to delay the inevitable,
Yeah, Eugene did go up bad.
you
I can't
know.
I can't even lie.
See, I think it's kind of stupid. You're gonna kill yourself because you broke up with some fucking broad. That's kind of dumb. But it's like, dude, you're already pretty much dead. You might as well just do it on. It's basically like you might as well just do it on your own terms. You know.
Well, I don't know what to say to that. But Eugene did go up bad though. His type of cancer was extremely painful. Like some cancers, I mean, it really depends on a whole host of factors where the cancer is, how voracious it is, your genetics, etc., etc., etc. But his Eugene's cancer was to the point where it was extremely painful for him. Some people will have extremely severe pain when they have bouts of cancer, whether or not it advances and turns terminal. But yeah, it's never good when you're gonna have to be in constant pain and you need pain relief. Is that a poor man's bong? It is. It's his house made, non cleaned, probably shit infested bong that he has.
Oh, hold Oh shit.
He's gonna get bronchitis. Wouldn't you get like popcorn
Yeah.
lung before that?
Ooh. Shit. And it keeps the glaucoma at bay as well.
He probably does have glaucoma. You never know with him. And his skinny ass legs are evidence of uncontrolled sugar levels. But you know what? The last video that he put up like 5 or 6 hours ago now, did you see how he turned around in his like nasty ass loosey goosey red boxers and tried showing his ass because he was gonna fart? You know what it looks like?
Oh. I'm still waiting for him to send me my fucking electric bill. Well, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I just got off this fucking sickness. I don't know what that was about. But, they still haven't sent me my electric bill. Because I got $80 for the electric bill. And if I go and pay the electric bill and it's lower than 80, the remainder just goes right to Mama Scrunch. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. I'm even thinking about doing what I did when I went to Cleveland to raise a little extra money.
Save your dollars.
Which was I was gonna take the money that I make. The money I was gonna take like all my fives and ones and put them into an envelope. You know? And then, I'll still be, like when I get change and shit, put all my fives and ones into an envelope and let them accumulate. Because then what I can do is I can take that and then add it to the Scrunch fund.
I mean, it will be a good money saving idea.
You know?
And then put it all in crypto and have it 100 to 1,000 times. Speaking of crypto, you guys been keeping up?
So I was thinking about doing that as well.
Let me check my $1 million cat.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to address a few things. Oh yeah, Monty, you need to go fucking check your emails.
Yeah, I checked my
I've been
email.
trying to send you emails for the last couple weeks, and I don't know if you're getting them or not.
All right, well, I did get one from him yesterday calling me effectively a tard. But, I mean, crypto is going to tank. This is crypto tanking season, Cypher. It's going to tank from now until, like, the next couple of months, and then we're going to have a resurgence. It's cyclic, man. $1 billion cat to the moon.
What's up, Willie?
Oh,
Hi.
speaking of which, we got a new prime minister today in Canada. You know who took over, right? Well, Trudeau is done and over with. You know what's funny? I saw this really funny ass a sticker in somebody's car with Trudeau, but they called him Trudolph. It made me freaking laugh my ass off.
Because I know the video I did about going bald for bucks. You had to go forward. Let's go forward. And then I started talking about Eddie Murphy, and you're like, what is he talking about? Well, maybe if you didn't go forward so fucking far, you would probably know why I'm talking about Eddie Murphy.
Well, that is true. Technically, he's not till the king signs off on it. All right. Well, technically, it was Carney's first day in office today, unofficially. But yes, you're right. The king has to sign off on it. The king of England. Another thing, I remember Carney back when I was doing Forex. He used to be the Bank of Canada guy, Mark Carney. I remember his name distinctly. Oh boy, now he's the prime minister. Okay. Oh man. I can't believe this. But hey, early election, April or May.
And the
I guess
reason
so.
why I was talking about Eddie Murphy is because I got that movie Vampire in Brooklyn from the library, and I watched it. I haven't seen the movie in a while. I watched it recently. And I could have swore there was a part in... No, Willie, no, that's the bong water. You don't want to drink that. I could have swore there was a part in Vampire in Brooklyn where Eddie Murphy says we're going to get naked in Tahiti. And I watched it and I'm like, there's no part that says that.
That wasn't Vampires in Brooklyn. That's the movie that you forgot about called Metro, where he says naked in Tahiti because the character Scott Roper was a wisecracking hostage negotiator. Dude, you've mentioned this movie multiple times, but you keep not remembering what it was. It's called Metro, the Eddie Murphy movie you talked about like 2 or 3 weeks ago was called Metro. And in Metro, he goes naked in Tahiti.
So I'm trying to
A fish.
figure out where the fuck I saw that from.
The baby's coming.
1997 movie called Metro.
Dark roast, naughty little bean, you sweet son of a gunya.
Eugene would have known. Eugene would have known. I could have swore it was Vampire in Brooklyn that he said that in.
No.
So if you could figure out what Eddie Murphy movie, it was like a whole running joke throughout the movie where he's like, I'm going to get naked in Tahiti. Or some bullshit like that. Where the fuck is Tahiti anyway?
I was about to make a joke on that. That DLF probably doesn't even know where Tahiti is. You know how people always, bring up these names like Bali, Tahiti,
Like, isn't that
Seychelles.
isn't that like the Bahamas or some shit?
Oh my God, no, it's not. It's French Polynesia.
Oh.
You see, people don't even know, but people will just say stuff.
And then he was talking. Monty was talking his shit about the babysitter. Oh, let me clarify this one. No. What I said was, I've had a babysitter like up until I was 18. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was the 14-year-old babysitter you're thinking about? No, she was babysitting me when I was like 5 or 6.
Bullshit. That is bullshit. Fish, can you back me up on this? Didn't he literally say he had a babysitter when he was 18 because his parents couldn't trust him to stay at home alone? Like, yikes, man, for I don't know, a week or two when they went to Vegas. So they would get a babysitter to take care of him, and this babysitter was younger than him. Please, somebody back me up.
Okay. And that babysitter's name was Yit. Okay. And no, that was her nickname, I guess. Her real name was Alicia, but we used to call her Yit. That's what my mom called her. Because it's like, you're in trouble. I think that is what it stood for. I don't get it. And I'm just like, that's what I was saying is that, yeah, she was 14 and she was in high school, and she would watch me when I was like 5, 6, or whatever.
Or 18 years
But
old.
like throughout the years, it was always, it went from and then it went, and then it just became like my uncles or something, or like my parents would just drop me off somewhere or some shit like that. But like, no, I was never babysat by somebody that was older than me. I just said that, one of the babysitters was like 14, but
Right.
she was babysitting me
Mr. Redcon.
when I was 5 and 6 or something like that. Jesus Christ, that was back when we lived on Zalber. It was either Yit babysitting me or her sister, who I think was at the time 16 or 17, and her name was Amanda.
He has a thing for names.
This was like Willie. This was like the Willie. Yeah, she was like the 80s, high school girl. That kind of shit.
What does that even
It
mean?
was kind of hot though. She's still's kind of hot. But I guess she only dates black. I mean, I'm a black guy. Well,
He's only black when it's convenient, and he's purely racist when it's not. Okay,
school girl.
let's hear this again.
That kind of shit. It was kind of hot though. She's still's kind of hot. But I guess she only dates black. I mean, I'm a black guy. Well,
Bro, you're definitely not black in the pants. I'm telling you that. You're like the opposite. It's like you had a transition without having a transition. Doctor's gonna look at you, be like, "Yeah, we don't even need to do surgery."
no.
That dick looks literally like a clit.
No, and then I don't know. Whatever. What else was Monty going on about? I forget.
He's high again.
Oh, that thing with the contract where it was like crossed off. No, what happened was, okay. What happened was I had made a mistake, okay? And I was in the middle of writing up a contract because what had happened was, I guess between the days,
Wait a second. Didn't you like have an interview cipher? Wasn't it today or something like that? I kind of distinctly remember something along those lines.
between me getting, well, I guess the between the days between me asking my mom for the money and her actually giving me the money, the amount changed. Okay, so it was actually, I think it was like 3,200, and then in those couple days it changed to 3,700.
Okay, so you just saw that crypto is tanking. Crypto will always tank based on, how people want to move the coins, especially Bitcoin. Like it is a seasonal cyclic event to me, in my opinion. Other people might have their opinions on it, but crypto will always go into these long and deep bull and bear runs. I just feel right now is just getting into a bear run to push people out of their positions, and then we're gonna have a pretty significant bull run, and then a beer run again, and then a bull run. Cypher says interview tomorrow. Don't do interview on Monday. Bad for my weekend, and people's Mondays are usually shitty. Yeah, that is true. Speaking of Mondays, did you see how that I hate Mondays girl? Well, not really a girl anymore, a grown ass woman that did how do I put it? She didn't like Monday, so she started shooting at a school. She went up for parole recently, and they denied her. What was her name again? Let me look that up because I should know the name. What was her?
And
Oh yes, it's after the 1979. Yeah, Brenda Spencer. Brenda Spencer went up for parole recently. The I Hate Mondays girl, which is now a full ass grown ass woman that I spent like the last 79, that's like 21 years plus another 25, the last 46 years in jail. Well, prison, really.
no, it was actually like 37.15 or some shit like that. I don't remember. But I said, you know what, Ma? Just pay the 3,700. You get my computer, I'll pay you back. I will pay the 15 whatever.
All right, so it's explaining the chicken scratch where he crossed out a number on the promissory note what was signed saying how much he actually owes. And I said, it's always best that you maybe start with a fresh piece of paper so there is not any ambiguity when it comes to the amounts that you actually owe. It's kind of like you never use whiteout on a check because then they don't like that. If there's any mistakes in a check, you need to strike it out, as in cross a line through it and put what the correction is on the top or on the bottom.
Because I wanted to see what would happen.
But yeah, that I Hate Mondays lady was a girl in 1979, was denied parole 2 weeks ago. So I believe it was late February. She went to the parole board for the umpteenth time. And of course, she was going to be denied. She is a danger to society. You never know what she's going to do. Some people might say she's rehabilitated after 46 years, but she was truly the first infamous, how do I put it, school, you know what, in America before it was like known, it was a known thing. Speaking of which, I can't believe what happened at that like restaurant over the weekend. I believe it was at STC where so much people got hurt. And then another
Willie,
incident like a couple days ago.
Willie, stop. I wanted to check out the online pay. I wanted to give that a try. So I'm like, you know what? You paid a 37 with the check. I'll pay 15 hairs on my own. Because I want to check out the fucking, I want to check out the, what do you call it? I want to check out the online pay.
Sure. Speaking of which, the LF is still getting a couple doll hairs off of doing this content on Rumble. Well, like I said, get your fill right now because if he leaves that video up, they're gonna remove his channel, even on Rumble. He's got his dicky do out in full view. Nobody wants to see that.
So I had it all set up. They said, oh no, it's 30, it's 37. Ow! So I had to cross that out and make a new one. So that's what happened on the contract thing.
Oh my god, he is so zooted right now. Let's go forward a little
That's
bit.
the way. Well, we're gonna use ketchup for blood.
After this, I guess I will show you the email that I got from Dragon Lord
You know
Frodo
what I'm saying?
from his roadrunner.com account. I need to get back in. I need to figure out what the hell happened with Andrew Ditch.
We're gonna use ketchup for blood.
He wrote you? Yeah, he writes me all the time with all sorts of stuff. All right, let me skip this. I was gonna say he writes me all the time, and I think sometimes he's really just fishing for my IP address.
Yeah,
Or maybe am I paranoid that DLF is fishing for my IP address because there always is a VPN with that sort of stuff. Like DLF, you're smart, but you're not that smart. Well, I shouldn't really say smart. I would say more manipulative because you don't need to be smart to be manipulative.
It's not even stage blood. It's just ketchup.
Do I respond? No, but I did kind of respond a couple of minutes ago. I said that his dick looks like a little woman's clit. That's what I wrote to him.
It's like, hey, we're gonna go raid the McDonald's.
You think that's gonna entice or elicit a response from him? Maybe spur him to anger.
And get all their ketchup packets. That's low budget enough for you.
He'll catch you the way they call BTK.
So I mean, we would have to get some. We gotta get some app.
Is that how they caught the BTK? He forgot to. They caught him through his IP address.
Actors.
God damn it! Sometimes you gotta conceal that shit. You gotta spoof it.
So we got Monty. Monty, you gotta come here, and then hit up a McDonald's, and then just start scooping up all their ketchup packets.
I knew somebody that used to do that. They stopped doing that though because too much people were doing that. Like they would go to like a Wendy's or like a Burger King, when back in the day they would just have the ketchup packets there. And some places used to even have pepper and salt packets. People would just scoop it up and then bring it home so they never have to spend like $5 on ketchup.
And then we could use them for the blood.
They got the metadata. Gotcha. Traced it back to his church. Yes, I remember that. I remember that now.
Get on. Where's Foodie Beauty?
Because yeah, DLF is using Proton Mail, and you know what they say about Proton Mail? Only certain types of people, like Cypher, uses.
Foodie Beauty, you want to be in a horror movie?
Foodie Beauty is already in a horror movie. And your bathroom is like a horror movie right now, except instead of smeared with blood, it's smeared with your shit stains. Looking like Pete's bathroom when he hasn't cleaned it in like 4 years. Looking like S-Jam's bathroom that he hasn't cleaned in 6 months.
You want to be in a horror movie?
Right, you don't use Proton Mail, Cypher. That is true, because you know it kind of it demonstrates a certain, how do I put it, personality when you have a Proton Mail account. It's a lot more normal if it's like Gmail, right? That is so true.
Oh, my dad's flipping out about the knife. So, don't tell him about the gun that I have.
What the hell did this spawn to?
Now, remember I had a gun at one point.
No, he didn't. Who's here? Who was telling me all the old school stuff? Is Flashman? Are you still here, Skywalker? Did he really have a GUN? Because I mean, now in certain states, you could just carry it without needing the what was once proper permits. Can you imagine DLF being armed and concealed?
Remember I had it was like a BB gun. Remember? It looked like a fucking pistol, and then you like do that, and then
For like door tasks for online training? That's pretty cool.
it shot like these. You could either shoot like these silver balls or like these colored things. Just go. I actually shot myself with one of them. It didn't even fucking hurt.
Right.
It's like a spring-loaded bullshit.
He used to shoot up pictures of Clint in videos. Oh my god, really?
It was like the cheapest fucking thing.
If you don't know who Clint is, man, you're late.
Willie.
But Clint used to be his arch nemesis. Then after a while, I guess I'm number one arch nemesis. At one point, Instagram was the arch nemesis.
Oh, Willie, I'll get you some water in a second, okay?
Also, at one point, Barf was the arch nemesis.
Okay.
So was
Let me get
Rich
him
Uncle,
his water.
Mama Scrunch,
And
Pop
that
Scrunch.
reminds me, I gotta go shopping for. I gotta get him cat food sometime this week. Willie, I'll get you your water.
Shouldn't there already be water there? Just saying. I'm just saying.
Remember that movie American Psycho where the guy's having sex to that song?
Yeah, that was a good movie, by the way.
That man is having sexual intercourse.
Yeah, it was called Suicidio, right, by Phil Collins. They do say that most American CEOs are sociopaths.
No, now he's gonna. Wait, Mike, what strain are you smoking on? Yo, I'm doing. I'm trying to find this Northern Light shit. This Northern Light shit. I keep finding seeds. I keep finding seeds in my Northern Lights. So you know what that means? That means I just take the seeds and I grow them.
Yeah.
Should I take a couple seeds? Yo, that's what I should do. That's what I should do. I should, for Eugene's birthday, I should go and plant some weed.
That actually was happening in Canada on Parliament Hill in Ottawa. Somebody was planting was putting weed seeds in between the flower beds, and then weed was growing there. It was funny as hell when I heard that. But yeah, people, it was happening. Sup, Marie? How you doing?
Seeds on his grave. I'll see if they come up. Who knows? And then it'll just be growing wild. Then just plant some weed at Eugene's grave. Like, you retard. Not like I got like 9 seeds.
Alright, smash that like button.
And what is it? You're legally allowed to have like what, 3 plants or some shit?
Alright, let me check this out. I'm kind of curious. Is that even true? I'm kind of behind on the rules.
Remember, this is
Yeah, in New York, you can have 3 mature and 3 immature plants at any one time, but no residents can have more than 6 mature and 6 immature. Okay, so that means for each adult, you can have 3 mature plants and 3 immature. But if there's more than 2 adults, the maximum is still 6 and 6. Gotcha.
this is for medical. This is for medical purposes.
Have you guys ever seen like that California documentary about this person that was growing like weed plant, but the weed plant was literally like a tree? So even though at that point in time there was a cap on how many plants you could have, this one person had like 3 plants and they were huge as hell. It was literally the size of a tree.
Only. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just taking my medications.
Just deal if you even know how to handle weed plants, how like they need a certain amount of like blue wavelength light versus, night. I forgot what it was. Isn't it like 12 and 12 or something like that? And then you gotta change it to like 16 and 8 when you want them to like flower. I was reading up a book on that. We got some weed aficionados in the chat that can verify this.
As recommended by my therapist.
Is he gonna cough?
Oh.
Of course he's gonna cough.
Oh. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna do edibles from now on, for real. I'm like, fuck.
OMG. Here's a picture of one of them. Holy shit, look at this is just like one plant. Look how huge this is.
Yeah, maybe this Thursday or something. That's what I might do. Go to the dispensary, get some edibles, go and live stream.
The baby's coming. I'm pregnant with a new dark roast, naughty little bean, you sweet son of a gun, yeah?
And I could.
All right, we're gonna look up like what I was talking about, like how you have those like weed plants that literally look like trees, like they're that huge. Yeah, let me put up these two pictures here and we're gonna check them out. It's crazy how some of these plants grow. Holy shit, look at all that that oh my god, look at those trichomes. Look at this one as well. This is huge. All right, all right, all right. Let me do this. Yeah, this one is huge. Can you imagine if you had like 3 of these bad boys over there? Hey, wait a second. Am I still on my? No, I'm not. I'm not on there. Because I was gonna say my internet better not be slow. Check this out. Look at that. Look how huge that is. That is some huge. My God, that will like last you one person for like the whole year. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. And then there's another one. There's like this. These are literally just one plant. Yo, check out the size of this bad boy next to these dogs. Just one plant. Look at that. That is crazy, right? But then I was seeing even bigger ones, like just these giant ass plants just out of nowhere.
I can do edibles at the library. You know?
All gas OG, couple 6-foot purple punch, and another
Like, who the
6
fuck cares, really?
shishka berry. Nice, be free.
And I get high, I get all stupid. It's soundproof.
I see, Marie.
Whatever. I just can't be in my underwear. I'll be in shorts, though.
All right, I'm gonna move forward. We got DLF is greened out at the moment.
But I just got over, you know, my fucking arrests and shit. And I'm just like, I just want a fucking job. Oh, and by the way, Monty, I wasn't working full time at Creature Comforts. I was working like 20 hours.
All right, but weren't you doing some overtime there, DLF? I'm pretty sure you said you were working, you know, like full-time hours here and there.
But the pay was like 18. It was like 18 something.
You don't like the gut boy content?
So I was still going over the 1550.
That was peak though, Cypher.
But you know what? I liked Creature Comforts. Like, I don't know. I talk shit because of what happened. It's just, no, I do miss that place, though. The reason I was getting pissed off at that lady was because not only was she saying I was eating her food, but she was saying I was breaking in the lockers.
Or maybe you were checking the lockers. You know how some people go to the gym and they put their shit in the locker and they don't put the lock on? I'm like, oh my God, why would you do that? But people do that all the time at my gym. People do that shit all the goddamn time. I'm like, I get it. Sometimes you kind of forget your lock, but that's why you should have like a emergency lock in your car. You gotta have contingency plans, people. There's no way in hell I'm gonna, go to the gym and not bring my lock. Is that picture filled with
I
weed?
know it was some kind.
Yeah, it is technically filled with weed. It's his gravity bong, homemade, that he has that he smokes out of.
Kind of like roundabout thing, which connected me to it, but no, because what happened was that when there was some chick this is another chick. She said, "Oh, somebody went into my locker and stole a Red Bull or something, whatever the fuck it was." And she said, "I put it in there when I came in, and now it's gone." And I wasn't even in the fucking building.
Seriously?
But she said, "Oh, whoever has it must have stolen it. It must be in the building right now." And somebody wrote something like, "Oh, well, the suspect isn't here right now." So
He totally did it. You could just tell.
this is, and I'm like, what? And so we have two thieves. And I'm thinking, I'm like, well, I didn't really think anything of it. And then all of a sudden, I stop eating my food. We know it's you. Everybody else knows it's you. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it either. And then I got pissed off because it's like they're saying that the person that was drinking her fucking pop is the same person that stole the Red Bull out of whoever's locker. And if somebody thinks that I'm the person drinking their pop, then they also think I'm going in the lockers.
Honestly, I really think he did it. I mean, he seems like the type to like snoop around your shit, and then he sees a Red Bull. Might as well enjoy it. Giddy up,
Which
cowboy.
is fucking bullshit. So you know what? Go fuck you. So that's why I got mad, because she was accusing me of doing a criminal act at the place, which would be like breaking and entering or something.
Uh-huh.
Even though Liz wasn't gonna press charges, I still say, you can't be sitting there accusing me of a criminal act. Especially with the charges going on with me, I don't want it.
Oh, poor DLF. You can't get free Red Bulls out of people's lockers. How is he gonna deal with himself?
So I'm thinking about going to the library today. We gotta take back fucking Jason 5. Maybe I'll go watch Jason 6. Take those back. Upload this. You gotta upload this, bitch. And then maybe go shopping. What should I go make? I'm thinking about it. Maybe I should start budgeting my food stamps as well.
Yeah, maybe budget properly so you don't have to do a lot of shit. Speaking of which, I actually last week watched Terrifier 1, 2, and 3. Then I also watched the Terrifier prequel. Like, both of them was super different. I actually like Terrifier movies.
Unfortunately, I already had to buy. I bought 4 bottles of that electrolyte drink. That was like 15.
Wait a second. Couldn't he ask his counter worker that he's sick and maybe give him some funds to feel better? Explain the situation a little bit. But like, yeah, I've been shitting myself literally. When I walk across my living room, I shit myself. It runs down my legs. It's in the air. It gets squirted on the ground in my home. I need some electrolytes so that I can rehydrate myself. Get some Gatorade.
And then You know what? Fucking to next month. Next month when I don't have the fucking stomach flu. You know.
All right, take care, fish.
What
Have a
should
good
I
one.
make? I'm gonna try to keep it kind of. I got ground beef, ground beef up there. You know, I got. You know what? Maybe we could make a Mexican pizza. Maybe we could make a taco pizza. How about that shit? We make a little Mexican pizza.
Man, that would be nice. Oh, if you've never had that type of pizza with like corn, oh, it's so good. I had pizza like that. It was so good. I had a Mexican style pizza in Colombia. Amazing. Perfect. And if you had tacos, like Taco Bell tacos aren't real Mexican like tacos. You got to go to an authentic restaurant to have real Mexican style tacos because they're a lot different. It's kind of like how whatever we call Chinese food isn't truly what people in China eat. They come over here, they're like Europe, like, oh, it's Chinese food. They're like, no, it's not. That's not what we eat.
You know. Yeah, of course we could make a like a Detroit style dish pizza, or you could make a Chicago dish pizza. How long till I throw that up?
Which one's better?
No, shut the fuck.
Detroit style deep dish or Chicago? Well, I would say Chicago deep dish. Is he in slow mo? He is. Because he's high. He's high as hell. Cypher says Taco Bell is basically a white guy went to Mexico, came back, and that is this what tacos are in Mexico exactly.
Fuck up, bitch.
What is going on with him? I'm craving like a real Philly cheesesteak right now, straight from Philadelphia.
You know what that is? That's a fat chick beating back it up. There you go, a wide load. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Because, I can go to Price Right. Price Right, cheese is really cheap. It's like $2 for like a thing like this. Of like cheddar.
Okay.
I don't know. The one
Makes
near
sense.
me, I don't know if they have ones like that of mozzarella.
The baby's coming. I'm pregnant with a new
Ooh.
dark roast, naughty little bean, you sweet son of a gun, ya.
Boo. All right, so after this, I gotta show the email from DLF telling me off.
I know they have like bigger ones of mozzarella. But I know they have like cheddar and they have like Mexican blend. It's I don't get the pre-shredded cheese. Cause you know what it is, I'm trying to do like this. I'm trying to like try to stay away from like the preservatives and shit like that.
I mean, that is right. Stay away from the preservatives. I gotta give it one to him.
So like, see, maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's what happened the other day when I got sick. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe we gotta think of it this way. Maybe it's all like the shit coming out of me.
I don't think it's that, but sure, whatever. How much longer? Okay, we got a few more minutes.
Now that I started started eating like more, making food from scratch kind of thing. Because like I don't buy jars of pasta sauce anymore. I just make my own sauce. I don't if I want a pizza, I'm not gonna go and buy a DiGiorno's pizza. I'll take the time. I'll make the dough. I'll lay it out. Put whatever the fuck I want on it. You know, make it as thick as I want. You know, the shit comes out like a cake sometimes. But
Gross.
hey, whatever. You know, I like to have it a little thick. I like it. I like it. I like it like I like my women. Yeah.
Okay, DLF, sure.
So, like, you get like that shit.
He says this
So yeah. There you
while
go.
I think Amy was faking
What's up, Willie?
his
Maybe
ex. That looks like,
it's all the processed bullshit coming out of me.
you know, his ex that looks like Peter Pettigrew from Harry Potter.
You gotta think of it this way. Maybe it's maybe you're puking out the poison, and now you're getting better. I don't know. Well, it's probably some bullshit I ate. You know, I found out I really can't eat a lot of bullshit anymore. You know, like I can't
Take care,
eat
Marie.
a
Have a good
lot
one.
of like, because I think that's also a thing too. Because I can't eat a lot of like spice. Like I used to love eating spicy foods, and you know I can't eat the spicy shit anymore. Yeah, I can't eat. Like I'll get sick sometimes, you know, or like something like with a lot of like acid in it, you know.
Yikes. Maybe he has ulcers. Who knows? Should get that checked out. Get some blood work done.
Which is basically you got I put balsamic vinegar in it in my sauce, and I put red pepper flakes, and of course there's like tomatoes which are acidic as well, and you got the balsamic vinegar and the red pepper. I don't know. So well, I don't know what's gonna go on. You know, maybe I'll go and return some of these movies. You know, and yeah. So
Oh, DLF really needs to show me the game show that his ex Amy was on. I forgot what it was called, but she was there with her, well, at that point, new man, and they were battling it out.
anyway,
I don't know how he found that, but he found it.
this is here comes Beirut, Cletus. Here comes Beirut.
All right, after this, we're getting into the email. Then we're gonna wrap this
So
up.
anyway, this is Dragon Lord Frodo, and I approve this message. Thanks in advance for watching this.
I don't know what he's gonna do. Let's just end it here. I can't do this. Oh my god, whenever he gets up, I kind of get anxious now. All right, so DLF decided to email me yesterday to call me a fucking idiot. And let's hear what he has to say about it, because yesterday I was like, you got to be careful, DLF. You really, really, really don't want to entice them laws after you. So here it is. Can you guys see that? Let me go in a little bit. So he goes, you know, when I do live streams in the library, or should I start? He goes, subject, you're a fucking idiot. You know, when I do live streams in the library, I basically am renting out a private room that is soundproof that no one else goes in there. I also have access to a green screen and lights and shit. The pictures I can splice in are all on my personal USB drive and never gets saved to the computer. I also have access to a musical keyboard, guitar, bass, and electronic drums. I'm basically live streaming from a recording studio I've reserved for myself for like 4 hours. Everything stays on my USB. Also, I barely see any little kids at the library. It's a lot of bums bothering people in the bathroom for money. There is no child prawn involved. Well, honestly, TLF, you literally said there were basically any little kids. So that means there are kids, because if there weren't kids, you would say there were no kids there. There is no child prawn involved, so you need to remove or rename your video before I get my lawyer, Seth Siegert, involved. This is defamation of character and slander and libel. Thanks in advance for your cooperation. P.S. You are being watched by my lawyer. Your Mama Scrunch interview is evidence against Mama Scrunch. Okay. Whatever, man. Honestly, he can do whatever. I was just warning the dude, but there is no way no one's going to think it's weird if you're telling people that you're going to splice in ladyboys and guys sucking off each other in a library where children are at, and they're going to be okay with that, because no one's going to be okay. So he can put it however he wants to put it. He can say he's in this room, but basically at one point, kids are still in the building, DLF. This is what I'm trying to get at, because if whoever is in charge or the laws found out you were actually doing what you're doing at the library, it wouldn't actually end well for you. But I digress. I did look up Seth Siegert. I'm not really sure if he's bullshitting about this person, or maybe it was a public defender for him at one point. I have no idea, but the dude is all talking a lot of shit. How is that guy? I have no idea, Tam, but he emails me and this is it. He's now telling me I am defaming him, doing slander and libel. Okay, sure. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you later, and have a great Monday night. Peace.